How do you change other people? Well, you don't. It's a truism. I think most of us know it. You can't change other people. Uh, you can only change yourself. And really, everything begins there. That too is a truism, but it's true. So if you're having a hard time with somebody, there's a really difficult person in your life, especially if they're close and you can't just get away from them. It's an ongoing thing, an ongoing challenge. And sometimes it can be very difficult. People can behave badly. They can be really stuck. So the first thing is understanding, where the first thing is understanding that you have to change yourself and you become the qualities you want to have. You become the qualities you want to see in that other person. So that really is the main thing, and not fall into the delusion that you'll be happy when they change and it's harmonious. You've got to find your inner harmony, and it sounds simplistic, but it's true. You got to meditate. You got to tap into your transcendental happiness in there that's not dependent on this person or anything else, and change your habits, change your foibles and quirks, walk the walk. And so that really is the first thing. But in dealing with a person, other people, you got to understand this square they're standing on, what their character. And in a way, there are two kinds of people. There are the ones trying to change themselves and the ones that are trying to stay the same. They're doing it playing defense. They're just doing everything to avoid change, and they're justifying themselves all the time. So you cannot have a conversation with these people. You can't reason. They'll rationalize everything. So what do you have? You have boundaries. You got to protect yourself, and so that you're not always engaging and you're not putting up with abusive behavior. But then with the boundary up, you've got a hedge around yourself. You're being protected somewhat while you go along the work of changing yourself, and automatically you're influencing them. Truth is, you are influencing everyone. It is literally true that we share one life, and any positive change, any awakening that happens at any level, even the littlest bit, in any human being is shared by all of humanity. That's an amazing thought. We're more powerful than we think. We can't see this. The effects are sometimes cumulative. It can take a long time to raise the conscious mass consciousness, but it happens. That's how it happens. One by one, it's individuals making that choice, and the water table raises. It's every victory is deposited into the victory bank, or the water table bank, and it lifts everybody. Critical masses can reach where mass consciousness shifts. Lots of examples of this over history, and lots of them really. One of my favorites is just the birth of our country, the United States. There was no precedent for thousands of years of any kind of ruling, governmental model other than the very few so-called royal lording it over everybody else, most of them slaves or slave-like. And here's this, emergence of a concept that had really, really no precedence. Like every new discovery, it's a tapping into the wisdom of spirit, and these quantum leaps can happen when the mass consciousness is receptive, and then it bursts forth. It can't be stopped. That idea that that saying that an idea whose time has come is the most powerful thing. So you just patiently, pick away your own thing. It may seem like you're inching, but those inches have a disproportionate influence on your own life and others. So you're influencing the ones closely around you the most, and you may be surprised how suddenly a person can change and ask you questions and be wanting to turn that corner, change themselves. So keep on keeping on and stay centered on you walking your walk, and that's how you will change others.